Hey, folks, here's our Wednesday sit down about Social Security. And today I'm going to tell you why you should set up an SSA.gov account if you don't have one, even though I don't think they're completely secure if you don't set one up. What can happen is someone can set one up for you. Hey, folks, this is Jack from Fed Joints to Beer Joints. This is our weekly Wednesday Social Security show we do. And the reason I do this is because my Social Security account was hacked a few months back and they changed my checking account. I had an SSA.gov account and someone got into it, and even with all my passwords or whatever, they got it switched over. It took some work. I caught it because SSA.gov notified me because I had told them I wanted to be notified of any changes. So after telling you that, then you're wondering, well, why in the world would I set one up if yours got hacked? You got to go with percentages kind of here. What I'm going to tell you is my opinion. Not an attorney, not an accountant, not your cousin, not Earl down at the bar. I'm a veteran of getting hacked. I am a hacked veteran of Social Security, you might say. So the reason you want to set one up is very simple. If you haven't done so, someone gets your Social Security number, they will set one up for you, and they will direct where your deposit will go. I think it's much simpler for them to do that than it is to actually get in the system and get your Social Security number and make the changes, because then you're going to be notified. Okay? You're going to be notified the changes. But if they set it up themselves, and they do, they can get the Social Security moved to their bank that they choose, have any letters sent to a place that they choose, all notifications sent up to a number they choose, and then they will spend your money the way they choose. So I believe that's one of the things you really need to do. And you lock down that account. Make sure, and maybe I said this, but enable two-step verification for identification when you do it. Do everything you can do to make that secure. So going with that, I think that that's one of the things you can do. Again, I'm going with percentages and the odds, and I think the odds are greater to have it. Now, for me, that's impossible now. Because when my account was hacked, I ended up going to the Social Security office, which is what I recommend you do if at all possible. I know I say this every show, but I mean it. If you have a question you want to discuss in the most secure environment, try to go. I went twice without an appointment, once on a Thursday afternoon, once on a Friday afternoon, and I got in. I know, I live in a rural area. We're not LA, we're not Chicago, but I think it's worth the try. When my account was hacked, I went down, they saw that it was hacked. I have been taken out of the SSA.gov platform altogether. They took me out. They said they had no choice because there was no way to fix it. It's unfortunate, but that's a fact. They have no way to fix it. So I can't use it again because mine's been hacked. Now it's irreparable, I guess. But that works for me because I signed an agreement with them that no one can make any changes to my account unless I show up myself, or myself and a representative if I go, into the world of old age, la la land. Man, we do go there eventually. Then someone come with me, we can make changes. But we have to make it right there, live and in person. Only way it can be done. Makes me feel secure because I don't have a way to check my account every month unless I'm going to call on the phone and hope to get through. And right now they've cut employees, I guess. So you're not going to get a quick fix. So anyway, that's what I do. I prefer that way. If you don't have an SSA.gov account, I'd set one up anyway. Or go there and tell them you're not going to have that account. You only want to do everything in person. Those are kind of your options. So I believe that's the most secure way to handle it because I don't know how else you can handle it and be secure. There's a little announcement I want to bring up here too right now before I forget. Social Security, now this may not affect very many of you, but the Social Security Administration has announced under an executive order signed by President Trump that as of September 30th, paper checks will no longer be sent out. That'll be it. That's the cutoff date. And my understanding, that's for everything. I think VA benefits, everything. No more paper checks. So you're going to have to set up an SSA.gov account at that point and have it directed to a bank account somewhere. It's not a difficult process. Takes about 10 minutes. Try and do that if you have not. Okay. The last thing I might tell you is if someone has gotten into your account and they've gotten your social security number, they can do a number of things with it. And I've shown this before, but this is my second one of these. I'm going to start hanging this stuff on the wall pretty soon. My social security account, when it was hacked, I was notified by a bank a few days later, said, "Hey, welcome. Hey, we're great. You set up an account with us and stuff. And so this is really cool." And so they sent me a welcome. And the other day I got this. Got another one. "Welcome to our bank. Hey, we're glad." So I contacted them again, and the account was shut down. I talked to someone in law enforcement about it, and they told me, said, "Well, that usually doesn't happen. So the hacker you got must not be very bright, because why would he set up an account and have your address so they mail it to you? That's kind of stupid. So I got a stupid hacker." But think about this in closing. I got a stupid hacker, and he still got into my SSA.gov account and changed everything. So that means the smart ones can probably tap into the Pentagon. Maybe they have. I don't know. Kind of scary thought. Anyway, folks, quick review. No checks after September 30th are going to be issued. If you don't have an SSA.gov account, it's probably best. I'm telling you what I would do, okay? In my opinion, I would set one up. The ideal situation is to go down to your office and do it right there so no one can do anything unless it's you being present. If you can't do that, do SSA.gov so they can't jump in there and set up an account for you. Not the best option, I don't think, but it's better than leaving the account for someone else to set up. That's all I've got this week. I hope you get any comments. Give us some comments. If you had some problems, let us know. I've gotten some comments from a lady and not far from here, and a couple of people have told me their checks had come late. If your check has come late or something, or your deposit, let me know. Next week, we've got something coming up about people being asked to sign online for Social Security, and we'll have some documents for you to look at on that. Pretty scary times. Be careful. Hug your Social Security, because if you don't, somebody else is going to. Hey, this is Jack. Have a safe week. See you Wednesday.